How's it going, everybody? Just want to do a video on a newer firearm purchase I made. I actually bought this gun March the 5th, so I am a little late on making a video of this gun, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it now, so I don't have to keep thinking about whenever I'm going to make this video of this gun. I just haven't been able to really get around to it. First off, I will show you it is unloaded, as you can clearly see. It is a 5-shot 380 caliber revolver. It's supposed to be a stainless steel, which of course it's not. It's more of like a bead blasted finish, like other people had mentioned. If I had the option, I would have got the blued version. As far as for looks, it looks nicer. But since this gun has been discontinued by Taurus, basically I was even lucky to even see this gun there. So I figured, oh well, I'd rather have the blued, but of course probably can't really get it right now since it is discontinued. So they had this one, so I figured, what the hell. Of course it has a concealed hammer. Well, I'm sorry, not really a concealed hammer, but a bobbed hammer. Of course it's double action only, so you can see the hammer, but it's not it doesn't have the spur where it can snag on your shirt when you draw it, or if you're pocket carrying, which that's how I usually carry this gun. And of course, probably would have rather have a 9mm version, but I'm sure that one's probably a little bigger than this gun. And again, don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But I was pretty fine with this gun, even though it being a little 380. But oh well. So I'll basically just show you what you do get with the gun. Of course, a little cardboard box back out here, and you do get 5 what Taurus calls stellar clips, but they're also kind of known as moon clips, which, since the 380 cartridge is basically like a rimless cartridge, so you just put them on there and it holds your rounds. It comes with 5 of those. Came in like this little baggie here. Comes with your warranty card, your manual. The gun came in a little plastic bag, and of course your Taurus lock crap nobody ever uses. Which I wish they would quit putting those Taurus safety locks on the guns. It just makes more parts to go wrong with. But whatever. So that's basically that. It just comes with your basic kind of hard rubber type grips. There's like really no cushion or nothing. It's they're okay. They're not the greatest, but I don't think you don't have to really worry about snagging on your clothing as much, or like gripping it like some maybe rubber type grips or different types. Of course, I didn't really care for the fact that there were some gaps in the grip too, as you can kind of tell. It just the fit doesn't seem to be all that great. Of course, it is Taurus, so I mean, they're good guns for the money and everything. They're not the greatest, but they do usually work. So, but anyways, so yeah, 5 shots. Of course, your typical revolver as far as operation. And what is kind of cool, it does have actually a decent rear sight. Unlike some of like my Smith 640, 357, like about 2-inch barrel, that one just has a regular notch, like kind of like how this is for the rear sight. Well, this one actually has an adjustable rear sight, which is kind of nice. Has a little screw on the side there where you can adjust for elevation. I'm sorry, probably just for windage I meant. Of course, with the black front blade and rear sight, it was a little difficult to see, so I just put a little whiteout on the ramp here, and it kind of made it a little easier to see the front sight, as you can kind of tell. So just a little simple thing I did to it. Trigger pull out of the box is absolutely horrible. I've seen a video where they had a trigger pull gauge and it was like 14+ pounds, because his gauge maxed out and it wouldn't pull anymore at 14 pounds. So it's over a 14-pound trigger pull. So I basically did what he did, and thanks for the great video. I watched it. I basically bought a Wolf spring kit for it, and I don't have a trigger pull gauge, but it's a lot nicer. First time I ever taken a side plate off of a revolver and actually doing any kind of work with it. You have to take the grip off and take the hammer spring out and the trigger return spring out too, and take those springs out and put in the new springs. And now the trigger pull is absolutely beautiful. It's very light for being a Taurus. Very smooth now. I actually want to do it to my judge, public defender, if I can check and see if they're kind of like compatible as far as springs, you know, since it is a little bit bigger of a frame. I took the side plate off of my judge and it looks like they're about the same, so I may be okay. Down the road I may order the spring kit for my judge too, because that trigger pull is absolutely horrible. But this is a lot nicer. I know some people may think, you know, why a 380 revolver when you got semi-automatic options. Well, for one, just the ease of use for somebody, and also you just got the reliability over a semi-automatic. Even semi-automatics are very reliable nowadays, but still I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. Simplicity of a revolver is it's just awesome. I mean, just nothing to it. You don't have to worry about really any jams or nothing. If one round goes bad, you don't have to worry about racking a slide. You can just switch to the next cylinder, and hopefully, if it was a light primer strike, you can come back to it if you needed to, and you know, hit that other round. So, and plus, you know, it makes pretty quick reloading with this too. As I say that, and you're ready to go. So, but it makes it nice for, as me being a reloader, to be able to keep my brass, since 380 is not the easiest to find around me, because most people are shooting 9mm and stuff, and I don't find 380s too much at my range, but lately I have been, so I've been picking them up. But so this way it makes it nice and easy, where I don't have to worry about picking up my brass, and I can just shoot them and then pop them out and keep it for reloading. But anyway, so yeah, it's a really good gun for the money. Again, if you can find them, since it has been discontinued. You know, it's very small. I would say smaller than a standard J-frame like 38, in my opinion. I could be wrong though. I mean, I feel it's pretty tiny. And of course, somebody may wonder, why would you go with something like this versus a 38? Yes, you're losing a little, probably stopping power. But you know, again, it could be somebody may want this because it's maybe a little more light or recoil. You know, some 38s can be pretty, you know, can hurt your hand a little bit after a certain amount of time, and if you don't really like recoil, you know, you may want something like this. But you know, I just wanted it because it's nice and small and easy to fit in a pocket. And some of the smaller 380 semi-automatics too, they're just, I don't know, just the grip for my hands. I just like the grip of a revolver. I can easily get it, and it's easy to hold on to when I have my hand in my pocket and stuff. And I just really like, you know, holding on to one. So, but it's a fun gun. So yeah, I really do love the trigger pull now. I recommend doing the spring kit for this gun, and actually any Taurus, like Model 94 or 85, 38 or anything like that. I recommend doing the trigger kit upgrade. I haven't been carrying this gun just because I haven't been able to get 380 ammo. Of course, I do have, you know, the stuff I need to reload 380, minus the bullets. Having a hard time getting those right now, so haven't been able to actually load 380 yet. So I haven't been able to really shoot the gun, and of course ammo's hard to find. So I'm not carrying it until I can put at least 100 rounds through it of no problems, no light primer strikes, with the new spring kit. So I want to make sure it's reliable first before I carry it. Like I said, at least I would like 100 rounds through it. So that's that. Really cool gun if you can find one. You know, they're pretty neat. Really not much to say about it, I guess. Just a little update on my judge, however. I was shooting it today, and it is unloaded. So I was shooting it today in some 45 long Colt, some of my reloads, and as I was shooting it, I went to open up the cylinder to take out the brass, and as I did that, I had the gun pointed down, and as I did that, the cylinder slid right off of the gun, and I was like, what in the world? So once I got to looking, I've noticed that the spring, the screw for that holds it in the side plate here, it goes through basically, to lock in the yoke and the cylinder on the gun, and it basically locks everything together. So basically it all fell into the gravel, and of course the screw and all the detents and everything that holds the yoke together basically disappeared in the gravel. So couldn't find it, and I basically gave up right away. I knew it was going to be impossible to find in the gravel. So basically I called Taurus, and they were going to send me the parts, basically no problem. But when I took the side plate off to kind of inspect the gun, because I noticed the cylinder release was like kind of popping out and everything, and it seemed loose, so I tightened it, but I said, I want to double check and make sure nothing's wrong internally in the gun. So I just checked it, kind of took the side plate off and looked at it real closely, and the sear ended up popping out of the gun right here, and unfortunately I guess there's supposed to be a spring in there, which I didn't even notice. It must have popped out too when the sear popped out, and again, same thing, hit the floor, and you know how stuff, what happens to stuff when it hits the floor, parts, they kind of disappear. So looked completely everywhere, could not find it at all, and they told me that these parts they would send no problem, the yoke assembly, but since I said I needed the sear spring, I have the sear but not the spring. They said that's a restricted item, so unfortunately that's something they couldn't send me. So I'm basically gonna have to go back to my local gun shop where I bought the gun, and they sent this gun back before when I had when I first bought it. It had a cylinder lockup issue. Sent it back and fixed it, no problem. The gun was fine. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to send it back again for a second time back to Taurus, just for a little spring. But of course they're gonna do the rest of it too, which I could have done myself, but just for the fact that part was restricted, I have to send it back to Taurus now, unfortunately. So kind of sucks. I'm not bashing Taurus. I'm not saying that, no, I don't want to hear nobody saying about Taurus's junk and everything. It was just a simple thing that can happen to anybody's gun. Just the screw just came undone, just from the recoil over time, it just loosened up. That's all that happened, and this was all my fault basically. Just was messing with it, trying to check it out and make sure everything looked good, and then it popped out. So that's basically all my fault. So it's not nothing wrong with the gun. Just a simple screw came undone. Could happen with any revolver. Smith & Wesson can come loose. I even knew somebody at my club has a Ruger. I don't know if it was a Super Blackhawk or something, one of those, in a 44 Magnum, and he had the cylinder pop out of him too in his Ruger and lost his springs. So so again, it could happen to any revolver, so it's not the design or the quality of the gun or nothing. So but unfortunately I will have to send this back again to Taurus to get it straightened out. So who knows how long it'll take. Got lucky the first time and only took like 3 weeks round trip, so hopefully it's that long, or less of course, but that won't be the case. But hopefully it won't take months and months. So anyways, that's kind of the crappy update with the judge. So once I get it back, hopefully I'll check and see with the springs, and maybe I can do the upgraded spring kit to this gun. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But anyways, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.